Okay. Pet supplements. Alrighty. Okay, so who owns pets? I mean, everybody owns pets, right? But do they know? I guess what the gap is like, do they know their pets need help? Horse, I guess, is another one as well. I mean, also what do pet supplements do? Pets need nutrition, but I don't really know what nutrition they would need. So I suppose from having a dog myself, once, that they need to have a nice coat. So I guess that's something. These pet owners would have specific things they want to bring out or improve or maintain about their pets. Sounds a bit weird, maintain about their pets. Okay, so obviously I don't know those, so I'll have to just assume, right? So categories. Space is quite saturated. Okay, so we need to have something that's a bit different. So what's everybody else doing? What do pets actually mean to people, right? So they're like a mate, but they're also like children. That's a bit creepy, so we're not gonna go there. So how can we communicate, I want to maintain the well-being of this sentimental thing? Maybe through a comparison thing, how important is the health of your pet? Or maybe a thing did you know that your pet has this? Did you know? Because pets can't talk. Okay, so channels. Image focused content, because everyone likes to look at animals. No, okay, I'm working on this, guys. Insta. Got it. We can do a play on Fit Bunny culture and stuff, because there's so much stuff about health and well-being for people, right? But this is the same as for pets. So we could do a thing where it's a healthy fit campaign for people, but then kind of flip it a bit on its head and make it about these animals. So this is the funny hook, right? And we can make funny images and video that we can send out over Facebook, Facebook. Then here we can write all kinds of really nice content that's horses need this. So that's obviously based on keyword research, etc. And then, so we have, that's the hook, the hero piece. And they come in here, they're nurtured by the content keyword stuff, hooking them in through the creative idea. And then we can have them here. And then maybe at this point we kind of have an idea for user-generated content as well. Because once you kind of engage people about talking about their pets, they can get really excited and keep talking about my pet stays fit and healthy. So we could have it could be quite funny. We could be no green juices or whatever, but not that crap. Yeah, okay, I've got it. So we see so many health and fitness campaigns that are centered around people, and they all often kind of rely on the same sort of imagery. So we see the gym bunnies, we see the green juices, the recipe content. But what these supplements are trying to do is the same thing, but just for pets. So I thought instead of kind of trying to elbow in on this saturated space of my pet's so cute, we have such a great time together, why don't we kind of flip that on its head a bit and say actually this health and well-being kind of visual, but for pets. So it's kind of a funny hook, but it's something different, something quite creative. So I sort of thought we can have something how do our pets stay fit and healthy, obviously language CBC, but then we can kind of create some hero pieces of content that are image focused. So there could be funny videos of a pet that's not having the green smoothie juice, that's walking through and having a nice coat and playing in the park, and then some really interesting images, nice hashtags, and then once we kind of hook them in to seeing that piece of content, we can kind of present them with some more focused content we've written around specific questions to do with pet supplements. So for example, we would research different things that these pet supplements would solve. So for example, glossy coat, indigestion, I'm not sure, I haven't researched it, I'm just making these up. But it would be things like that. So once we've kind of hooked them in on the funny, kind of relatable, clever images, we then kind of say, actually, we've got this really interesting content that's going to answer your questions. And we can kind of again, hold them at that phase. And we can employ various tactics at this stage to kind of nurture them, keep them at the nurture phase. So we could do retargeting with different images, and we could get them set up to email, which we could do that could be a separate thing, and then again just kind of keeping content kind of coming in at this stage of the journey to keep them engaged, and then eventually the idea is that we kind of hold them at that point enough that they go through and eventually purchase a pet supplement, but we want to kind of be seen as this trusted, understanding source that kind of cares about your pets, knows they're really important to you, but are doing something a bit different as well. So that's my idea.